John Millward. I would like to talk to you about what I consider to be the deception of diagnosis. Few people will have failed to see the report in the last week that it estimated that at least 1 in 6 people in the health service has the wrong diagnosis, with the consequence that various things can go wrong. 1 in 6 is perhaps the tip of the iceberg. It's not unique to the health service, it's just that the health service, obsessed with statistics, gathers the information better than most other organisations. All sorts of reasons have been put forward for this failure, including poor equipment, young doctors, etc. However, it's not a new phenomenon. To the best of my knowledge, going back many years, at post-mortem, the findings were different from those that were suggested on the death certificate. So it's not new and it's not unique. So why is it so important? Well, I think several people, or all people, rely upon the diagnosis. First of all, it's the one thing that the patient wants to know. Secondly, it's obviously of use to the doctors who plan their treatment around the diagnosis. And thirdly, probably the most critical, is that it's the basis of most medical research. So, why is it so important that we get the diagnosis right? In my view, the diagnosis is a fallacy anyway, because it doesn't really tell you why the patient has got the disease, how they've got that disease, or what is the best way to treat it. We continue to ignore the cause of illness at our peril, because if you have a diagnosis, even if it's right technically, there are different causes to that disease, then it's quite obvious that the treatment and also the research involved in that is flawed. And so it's fair to say, I think, that the majority of medical research, particularly revolving around drugs and therapies, is false and leads to the wrong information, which is why it's also very difficult to compare pharmaceutical treatment with other treatments. What is needed is the realization that we have to know the cause of disease, not only for prevention, which is ignored, totally ignored at the moment, in favour of just treatment of a diagnosis, but the actual cause of illness gives you some indication of where to go, how to prevent it, and if you're too late, how to treat it. If you get the right cause of illness, and that is easy, and despite what you're told, it's very, very easy, you can then do the proper research and the proper treatment, which is vitally important. So where do we go from here? I am surprised that, considering that so many things go wrong, that the public will not register its disapproval. In other spheres, such as statistics would involve people marching up and down in the street, and yet we go on believing the fallacies of medicine and the failures of medicine, and we do so at our peril. Please go out and start asking questions, and make sure that people look for the cause of disease and look for prevention, not the farce that we've got at the moment, which means early diagnosis and early treatment, which is not the same as prevention. Once you've got the disease, prevention has failed. Therefore, I thank you for listening to me, and we'll be back again soon. Thank you.